Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again, and I'll be reviewing the top 10 best cards in Zendikar Rising's secret set called The List, which consists of 300 cards in with the same style as mystery booster cards and which use their normal set symbol and have a little planeswalker symbol right at the bottom left corner of the card. And when I was opening Zendikar Rising set boosters, I saw there's some cards some tokens and ad cards that actually got replaced by a mysterious card that resembled mystery boosters. So I was like, what? And yeah, uh, and then I realized there's this secret set called the list, and this is top 10 best cards that can be found in the list. And tomorrow I will be making this Sits Boosters Zendikar Rising unboxing video, and you'll see how the list cards look like when opening the packs. Oh, and you can also see how surprised I was when I opened those boosters. Just yeah, it's gonna get released tomorrow, hopefully, yeah. And today it is time to review the top 10 best cards on the list, not before the combo of the week. Pact of Negation or Hive Mind. Well, not necessarily Pact of Negation, any pact works well with this combo. So here's the trick. Okay, so any pact plus Hive Mind. So basically, on turn 6, you get the Hive Mind down, then just randomly cast any pact. So if you have the Pact of Negation, which is on same color, then just do it when someone else is casting a spell, and then everyone's gonna I'm not, oh, and then everyone's gonna get Hive Mind. Like, the opponent casts an instant or sorcery, then everyone gets a copy of it. Do a Pact of Negation, so you counter each other copy of the spell. So everyone gets to counter the spell, but then they have a Pact of Negation, which means because Pact of Negation cannot counter itself. If I'm not wrong, I think it cannot counter itself. So then this means everyone will have to pay 3 and 2 blue on their upkeep, or they die. And I mean, some players are not playing blue in a commander game, you know? Not everyone's going to be playing blues, which means they may end up dying because they can't pay the cost. Or you can go with things like Pact of the Titan. Everyone gets a 4/4 beast, but then those players who aren't using red will die. Like, yeah, any pact will work well. So then you can try and kill everyone who's not using the color of the set pact. This is a combo that is good. It is kind of similar to using sudden substitution, but yeah, Hive Mind is just gonna hit everyone. Yeah, just make sure to pay the cost. Don't forget that. Yeah, let's just go in to our number 10 card, and it is Council's Judgement. So basically, it is a 3-mana sorcery, Will of the Council. Starting with you, everyone votes for non-land permanent you don't control. It's how each permanent with the most votes are tied for most votes. Okay. I mean, some people are like, wait, never mind, sorry, that's it. Okay, so yeah. So I mean, so people rarely even play Council's Judgment in Commander because I mean, the thing is that for Council's Judgment, like the thing is that there's lots of people who are gonna think opposite to you. Like okay, you want to vote something out. So you want to vote something out, and then everyone else just goes like, okay, we vote something else. Like for example, Like, look at this. He has an Ulamog on the table. I want to get rid of it. Let's get exile that. And then they're like, and then they look at some random, and then they just look at some random Eye of the Storm that's going around on the table. I don't know, like some random thing that isn't necessarily good. Like the rest of the playgroup will see, like, for example, Locust God on the table, and they're like, Locust God sus. Let's vote to that. And like, and yeah, and like, you're gonna vote someone's Ulamog, and then that player and every other opponent are just gonna go like vote someone else's like Locust God or stuff like that, and just disrupt the whole voting, and they'll tell what you didn't choose, not what you chose. So this is typically played in 1v1 Commander and Legacy, because you get to exile because you can pay 3 mana to exile anything, any non-land permanent, yeah. And then basically, the opponent, if they wish, they may exile a second permanent, because why not, yeah. But basically, that Council's Judgment is very good. Not for Commander, just for Legacy 1v1 Commander and stuff like that. Like, in 1v1 formats. So they won't outvote you and just go for something else. So that's why Council's Judgment is very good. Like, that's why I like about like Council's Judgment. Like, on a 2-player game, you basically get to exile anything. That's what they did so many times against me on Legacy, Commander, yeah, lots of things. Let's just go into a simple number 9, and it is Gideon Spellbook, Rest in Peace. And yes, this may seem strange, but we're having a Gideon Spellbook card in the list. You know, mystery boosters, they contain cards from sets that are like, you know, like uh ultimate. They can be normal sets, master sets, expansions, and stuff like that, or just deck sets or stuff like that from like bot sets or stuff. I mean, like from commander decks or anything like that. But that's probably. But mystery booster cards did not have like spellbook cards or some random premium thing in there, not or secret rare cards or something like that. Apparently, the list actually has like some special cards. They even have some of the players' gift cards, like the Tetsless flirt cards, can actually be found in the list in Zendikar Rising set boosters apparently. And now we have Rest in Peace, which can be found from a Zendikar Rising set booster apparently. 2 mana enchantment. As soon as it enters battlefield, when enters battlefield, exile all graveyards. Anything that will be sent to a graveyard instead gets exiled, card or token, basically. That is very good. Like it's played in modern, sometimes in legacy and stuff like that. Not in commander, but yeah. Rest in Peace is a good card for modern to get rid of graveyards. It's a very, very graveyard hate card. Yeah, like it hates a graveyard a lot, as you can see. Okay, so you know, Rest in Peace is very good, and I very much like using it. I hate it when I'm playing Dredge and they do this against me. But what I do like doing is exiling it. That is good. And yeah, I mean, Rest in Peace. Some people may consider it inferior to Leyline of the Void, but I mean, Leyline of the Void you play if you're playing black. Rest in Peace for white. And everything else, just use Draft Digger's Cage or Relic of Progenitus, or the new First Beyond Death card thing. I don't remember the name. It was like some kind of lamp or something. Yeah, and you know, it's like, and you know, it's cool. It's cool. So the thing is that Leyline Void only affects the opponent, and it's 4 mana, or if you have it in your opening hand, you get free. And Rest in Peace, always 2 mana, hits everyone, and gets rid of everything that was already there. Leyline Void doesn't get rid of everything that's already there, but if you have it in your opening hand, there can't be anything that comes before that in the graveyard. Yeah. Well, let's go into the Golden 8, and it is and we have the Cryptic Command. So basically, what does it? So 4 mana instant that basically choose to, whether it's counter spell, bounce the permanent, tap all of your opponent's things, or draw a card. And it's very powerful counter spell. And I checked all the set, and apparently this is the only command that's in there. It's weird. Kind of something to notice is that Pact of Negation is not in the top 10 list, but it's actually from that set, in case you haven't noticed. And yeah, and I put it for the combo. Apparently, Pact of Negation is the only pact in the set. It's not the full cycle. Kind of weird why they didn't put the full cycles and stuff like that. We have Cryptic Command in there. Apparently, there's a conspiracy in this set. There's a conspiracy card in there. Yeah, the conspiracy type line. Yeah, there's actually one in the set. Yeah, but what's the whole point of putting a conspiracy in this set? This set is not meant to be drafted. Not in this. This booster is not meant to be drafted. If you want to draft Zendikar Rising, get the Zendikar Rising draft boosters, not the set boosters. Set boosters are the ones you open. Draft boosters are only used for sealed and draft events. See? And apparently set boosters are now more expensive than usual, and draft boosters can only be used for events. I think Wizards of the Coast just found an excuse to actually raise booster prices. I don't know. But yeah, still, set boosters are cool. I liked opening them. And I may release the video on sets booster unboxing tomorrow. If not, I'll just release the Zendikar Rising pre-release pack 2 unboxing. Yeah, I'm gonna release an unboxing video tomorrow. Don't worry. But Cryptic Command is good because you can counterspell. That is good. In Modern, you don't have stuff like Dismiss or stuff like that. That can count. That you don't have Dismiss, 2 mana and 2 blue to counterspell and draw a card. You don't have that, but Cryptic Command. So they use Cryptic Command to counter draw instead of using Dismiss. But not always do you want to do a counter draw. You may, if you don't have anything to counter, you can bounce one of your opponent's things or tap their creatures. Or you can even do the lock combo by using this with Mystic Sanctuary. I didn't put that combo because Ricardo actually selected this combo for another podcast of mine. So yeah, I'm not gonna use the same combo twice. Yeah. And you can bounce with Mystic. You can bounce Mystic Sanctuary, and and you can bounce Mystic Sanctuary and tap all your opponent's creatures. So if you have 2 Cryptic Commands and 1 Mystic Sanctuary, you can actually infinitely lock down the opponent from attacking. You can basically do this, stop them from attacking, tap all the creatures, bounce something. Then you have a Mystic Sanctuary play, put it on top, and then next turn, just stop, tap them, bounce your Mystic Sanctuary, and Then you draw another cryptic command, play the Mystic Sanctuary, put second cryptic command on top of your deck, and then just do this, and you get and you stop the opponent from attacking. Yeah, but that's one thing you can play, and I had an opponent that had the combo, but he didn't play it smart. That was like his first time playing Modern, and he did not play this card correctly. He did not do the lock trick, so I'm at there's like visible confusion when he didn't do the trick, having the card in there. So let's just go into our simple numbers. 7, like it, you can stop there. Yeah, it's just very good. That's why I like Cryptic Command. And not just that, I actually opened a foil Cryptic Command from a from an ultimate no, not ultimate masters, I mean iconic masters booster. I opened a foil Cryptic Command, and now I'm just so pissed off that they actually made foil Cryptic Command with the exact same art as the one I had as a as an MCQ promo. Like, look at this. I I was so lucky to open Cryptic Command foil with a very cool art. I mean, not better than the original. I mean, yeah, that is definitely cool. Very cool. Yeah, foil variant. I was like, wow, that is so cool. And like, okay. And then 2019, uh, was it 2000? No, not 2000. 2020 actually. Like, Wizards of the Coast. They're like, we announced a new MCQ promo, which is Cryptic Command foil. And like, whoa, more Cryptic Commands. I just wish it doesn't have. I wish it has a new art or has the original art. I mean, when they make these promos, they usually have different arts. Okay, I get the promo. It is the exact same art as what I already had. Like, you serious, Wizard? You just took. Like, I was very lucky to open the card, and you just took it away from me. Like, you, like, come on. Like, I was very lucky. Like, if imagine if you get something like very rare, like, and you were very lucky, and then all of a sudden, Wizards of the Coast actually releases it uh, easier. Like, you can get it for more easier. I mean, not the same set symbol, of course, but yeah, they basically just made what I earned just easier to obtain. Let's just go into our simple number 7. We have Bloodcast. 2 mana, 2/1. Can't block. Has haste if the opponent has 10 or less life. And whenever land enters battlefield under your control, bring it back from your graveyard to battlefield. So this is good for modern dredge decks. Some people are considering replacing Bloodcast with Silver Smoke Ghoul. And I am not in favor. I mean, I am using Silver Smoke Ghoul, but I'm not in favor of replacing Bloodcast for Ghoul. I mean, it is good, yes. It has won me some games, but I can't say it's very good. I can say it's good, but I can't say extremely good because I mean, yeah, free mana. I mean, this 2 mana you can both get them free, but Bloodcast easier to obtain. Silver Smoke, when brought from the graveyard, enters tapped but can block. Bloodcast cannot block, but has haste if the opponent has 10 or less life. And yeah, 3/1 for Silver Smoke, 2/1 for Bloodcast, so Silver Smoke has more attack. And also you can sacrifice it for drawing, and this is very good if you're using dread cards and stuff like that, because yeah. But we don't have Silver Smoke Ghoul in this set. We have Bloodcast. And Bloodcast is very good. This is why I put this in the number 7 slot, and yeah. It is just straight up good. Time for our number 6 card. Living Death. Now this is a very powerful card. If you're playing Commander, you do know the power level. It's just 5 mana sorcery. Get rid of all creatures from all graveyards. Like everyone has to exile their creatures from their graveyard. Sacrifice all creatures. Sacrifice all creatures. Then brings back all cards from exile into the battlefield. Like all creatures from exile into the battlefield. So practically, what it does is you swap graveyard with battlefield. That is just basically it. The card, and it's very cool. Like someone who has no graveyard, you get rid of their board, and you have a lot of graveyard cards, and barely a battlefield. Living Death, boom, you have your graveyard and your battlefield. What you had in the battlefield is set to your graveyard, and then the opponent just loses everything and stuff like that. It's a really cool card. But I mean, what you should notice is it only puts the cards exile with the Living Death, i.e. all the cards that were in your graveyard at that time, onto the battlefield. Not all the cards in exile, because I remember someone actually exiled so many creatures from my deck once, and I had one creature in my graveyard, and they're like, Living Death, and I'm like, yes! My creatures in exile are coming back! And then like, no. It's only the cards exiled with Living Death, and like, seriously, that's just like, that was just the frustration of realization about like how text is like not what I thought it was, but still, it's a very good card. It is incredibly good, and you should use it. If you get it, put it in your black commander deck. You have to use it. And now it's been made more obtainable. Just buy there. And if your stores, if you still have a store in your where you live and stuff like that, and where they sell MTG boosters, take their Zendikar Rising set boosters. Just take their Zendikar Rising boosters. They are worth investing. It's like they have a regular set, and then like they have like a secret master set in there, which some may consider superior to double masters. Actually, yeah. Not to say that it's actually also there's actually a double masters card in the set and in this list actually of top 10 best cards from the list. And let's just go into number 5. Eternal Witness. 3 mana 2/1. As she enters the battlefield, put a card from your graveyard to hand. Like, yeah. It's very good. Like, I mean, you have regrowth, you have for 2 mana, but you just have to chip in 1 extra mana, and you have a 2/1 creature that can just block and stuff like that. And it's very good, and it's in like it's sometimes, although rarely, can be played in like some of those like modern combo decks or humans decks and stuff like that. But it's primarily played in Commander, in graveyard decks or maybe green decks in general, just to bring back dead stuff. And yeah, like if something is just died, get it back. Something you've just used and you want to use again, get it back. And yeah, it's just really good card. You should use Eternal Witness, and that is why I put it number 5 from the list. It is time for the number 4, and it is Oubliette. Yes, Oubliette. So we haven't had So Ubia was printed back in Arabian Nights, yeah, and then it was reprinted like Arabian Nights of 1993, and then we got reprint in 1997 in 1997 or 1998. I think eight. I don't know. I don't know. I think it was a yeah. Was it Master Edition 2? Yeah, I think or Master Edition 4. No, it was or free. Was it free or 2? I think it was Master Edition 3. I think that's when it was first reprinted. I mean, it may have been in a previous Master Edition. Definitely not 4, but may have been Master Edition 3, I think. And then hasn't had a reprint ever since, like over 20 years. Come on, look at this. More than 20 years we hadn't had a reprint until 2020 in Double Masters. We finally have an Oubliette reprint. And now we have back-to-back reprints. Like, look at this. Oubliette. Like, we hadn't had a reprint of that for a long time. Then we had it back. And now we have it straight after the reprint of Oubliette. We had another Oubliette. Again, like, in back-to-back. Like, Double Masters, Zendikar Rising secret set. That is just really insane. Oh, not just that. Oubliette got buffed. It hasn't got. I mean, it's not how it used to be. It's now buffed, meaning that it now phases out. Wow, it's 3-mana enchantment. Target creature phases out until Oubliette leaves the battlefield. Tap that creature as it phases this way. I think I mentioned Ubia in an Arabian Nights podcast, but that was before the buff. That was before the buff. So if I said anything about Ubia in a previous podcast, that is different today. And Ubia has better tests because Ubia used to exile something and note everything that had in it and stuff like that. Now Ubia phases the creature, so it means if you're going it on a commander, they can't send it to the command zone because it's not leaving the battlefield. It's just ceasing to exist. Yeah. They just made this card so insane. And I am kind of surprised it is not banned in Commander. And I mean, if they were going to buff the card, they had to make it hard to obtain. Not just reprint it in a double master set that apparently every time we get stock on my local game store, it instantly runs out of stock, or they cancel the stock or stuff like that, and they don't get the double master. So then I never get the Ubia. And then they just reprinted it in Zendikar Rising secret set called the list, and then now I can just break open lots of Zendikar Rising boosters until I get the Ubia I need to put in my commander deck. And like, okay, wait, compared to having to actually spend $70 getting yourself one common card from Arabian Nights, aka Oubliette, just to put in your deck, and then it's pointless, like, because it's not too good. And now it's like so much better and so much easier to obtain. Yeah, Oubliette. I mean, it is playable in Pioneer, which is great, and now it's even better. Yep. Oubliette just got buffed, and now it's in number 4 in this list. Yeah. Let's just go into a golden number 3. Yeah, remember to drive Yantoray. And we have Isokron Scepter, 2-mana artifact. Imprint, the enter battlefield. Exile an instant with CMC 2 or less from your hand under it. And then that is the imprinted card. And then you can pay 2 mana and tap to copy the imprinted instant for free. Yeah. And cast the copy without paying it to mana cost. Yeah. You copy the imprinted thing and cast it for free. Like, it is very good. Like, that's why it's so Conceptor is number 3. Like, it's just so great. Like, you place you just place a counter spell and you can just counter one per turn or something like that. Or if you're that kind of person who uses soul rings and fought vessels and stuff like that, and I mean, of course you use fought vessel and soul ring in every commander deck, of course. Who doesn't? And sometimes commander sphere. And yeah, of course, you always run like 3 mana rocks and at least 3 mana rocks in every commander deck, and you can just put it with like uh some I what's its name, like that intervention thing to untap all your non-land permanents. Just exile it with Isokron Scepter, so then you get so then you can just get infinite mana, infinite storm. Yeah, it's good. Either way, Isokron Scepter is good at getting other stuff in, repeatedly do more different things, and yeah, I mean, Conspiracy it is a very good set, and I liked opening boosters from Conspiracy. That was available as a mythic Conspiracy, and surprisingly, I did not get it. And now they made it easier to obtain by adding it in the Zendikar Rising secret set as an uncommon, yeah, uncommon list card. So I think, so I mean, it's actually, if I'm not wrong, I think from the list, they follow normal rarity rules. I don't know. I just opened 6 boosters and I got an uncommon list card and a rare list card. I'm not gonna spoil them yet because you need to watch the video that's gonna be coming out soon. Yeah. And yeah, so Conceptor is a very good card. That's why we're gonna go into our number. Wait, what? Why no? That now we're gonna go into number 2, and it is just saying. You know, Gemstone Mine is special rarity card that was from Time Throw Time Shifted. You know, and Time Throw Time Shifted cards did not all shared the same rarity. They all had the same chances of appearing, and did not have like same rarity. So actually, and this is actually put into the into Zendikar Rising list. So what I am what I am not so sure is how would this interact? Like, is it going to be like a super rare list card, or are they all of equal, or are they all of equal chance of getting all of equal rarity? And each list card has the same chance of appearing. I don't know. I I'm not interested. I mean, now the only cards I use like special rarities now, like are the masterpieces, which are rarer than mythic. They're like mega mythics of some sort. And apparently on MTG Gamepedia, they claim that getting a masterpiece is actually easier than getting a foil mythic. Apparently, I cannot verify if that's true or not. I mean, I am a lucky snake, so I mean, I generally open foil mythics like from time to time, like more often than what some normal bloke would just get when opening their boosters. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, not saying I open too many boosters. I mean, I probably open less boosters or somewhere around the same amount of boosters as as the average Joe. I don't know, but yeah, like you know, the but I tend to get luckier in boosters and stuff like that, and always get value back and stuff like that. So I'm not so sure how does special rarity cards interact in this Zendikar Rising list. If cards do have a rarity, if they are all of equal rarity, then why bother? But let's just review the card and why it's good. So Gemstone Mine, not to be confused with Gold Mine, is a very good card. Like you know, it's played in modern legacy dredge decks, and sometimes, although rarely, they can be played in in a in an ad nauseum deck. I mean, I think they played Gemstone Caverns. I'm not sure if they played Gemstone Mine. That's the thing. They played Gemstone Caverns, but I think Gemstone Mine they also should be able to. They also should play it. Well, it's a land that enters with 3 mine encounters. Tap, remove a mine encounter to add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. But if there are no mine encounters on Gemstone Mine, sacrifice it. What I was talking about, like Gold Mine, is actually like a better variant, I think, which is as a playtest. It's not currently in the game. It's only as a playtest card, testing the legacy mechanic, where they have to check a box instead of like removing a counter, and they have 5 boxes instead of 3 counters. And if all boxes are checked, then it will lose the ability to tap for mana of any color, and instead tap for colorless mana. Yeah, so you can tap for colorless or tap check a box to get 1 mana of any color to mana pool, and it has 5 boxes on it instead. And Gemstone Mine just starts with 3 mine encounters on it. Still, Gemstone Mine, great card, great, and also interacts very good with Life from the Loam, because when Gemstone Mine is dies, yeah, you can actually get it back with a with Life from the Loam. You can like you have 2 lands, okay, and one of them is a Gemstone Mine on 1, and there's 2 lands in your graveyard. You cast Life from the Loam, Gemstone Mine is dead. Put Gemstone Mine and 2 other lands back into your hand. Boom. You have a Gemstone Mine ready to restore. Yeah, that is good. That is not the best card though. There is actually one very good card, and will not believe that it is actually in the set. It is one card that got banned in Legacy, legal in Modern, and we have Ren and Sits. 2 mana, free loyalty, legendary planeswalker, Ren, +1. Put a land back to your hand from your graveyard. -1. Deals 1 damage to any target. -7. You get emblem with instant sorceries in your graveyard have retrace. You know why it's banned in Legacy? They're like, okay, +1. I mean, -1. I neglected so much that -1 ability that I thought it was very bad because 1 damage is not enough, and that the +1 ability was very good, and -7 is also very good. But you know why it's banned? It's not because of the +1 ability. I mean, it's good in land stack, but it's not because of +1 ability. Like they banned it for the +1 ability, and like, no, +1 ability, okay. -1 ability, too broken in Legacy. This is why we're banning it in Legacy, because there's so many X1 creatures that die to random sits. Unlike in Modern, where Modern has slightly bigger things and stuff like that. So random sits has been left for Modern, banned in Legacy. And I did not see that one coming, actually. So it is from like Modern Horizons, and it's actually back. Believe it or not, it's actually in the list. And next year we're gonna have a Modern Horizons 2, and I hope they're gonna make enemy colored Burn Willows lands or stuff like that. You know Grove of the Burn Willows, right? We had Horizon Canopy lands last year. We're gonna have Burn Willow lands this year, I think. What they should have is second lands. Like, second lands that, like, lands that should enter untapped if you go second, or if it's your first turn. Like, either if you go second in the game, then they enter untapped, or if it's your first turn into the game, they enter untapped. Going first lands, they don't make sense, but going second lands, they can make sense. Going second and on your first turn lands are too weak. So yeah, I think they should make like going second lands, like lands that enter untapped if you go second. I don't know, but Ren and Sith is good because it's only for Modern, banned in Legacy though, yeah, and it's very good. Like gets your lands back, uh, randomly kills one toughness creatures or ping damage to the opponent. And if you do get to the ultimate, you get everything back. Like all your instant sorceries have retrace, so you just discard land, cast it again. +1, put the land back in your hand. Discard again for fodder. Like the +1 is like fodder for the -7, I guess. Yeah, I think it is still red and sits #1 card in the list, and it is. And I am and I am kind of surprised they actually brought this back in Zendikar Rising Secret Set. I did not see that one coming. But yeah, still, this is top 10 best cards in the Zendikar Rising Secret Set called the List. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, follow, share with friends. Stay tuned to our next video, streams, and podcast. Podcast will live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. CET, so stay tuned to them. Yeah, watch my videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.